Being comfortable talking to a camera does not come natural to a lot of people. I am not going to lie, it took me a while to get comfortable talking to you all like this. When I was still starting out, I felt an incredible amount of panic. What if I'll forget something that I'm supposed to say? What if people will criticize my video? What if no one watches my video? And what if this entire thing of content creation isn't sustainable for me after all? What if? If you're someone who has these fears too, and yet you want to learn how to overcome them and maybe start your own YouTube channel in 2022, this video is for you. Hey friends, if you're new here, my name is Nizli, and for years I've worked in the corporate world. And honestly, I had no experience whatsoever on how to write content, what to say, and let alone how to be a natural in front of the camera. But according to Vaynerchuk, your phone is the new TV. So why not take advantage of this digital opportunity and create videos? So today I'll be sharing with you some tips on how to overcome the fears of being on cam, as well as some helpful mindsets to empower you to get started. Tip number 1. You are a work in progress. It takes time to honestly get comfortable in front of a camera. At the beginning, your video will suck, you will make a lot of mistakes, you will look stiff, and there are even times when you just don't feel like doing it. And that is okay. Accepting that you are still a work in progress empowers you to not go after perfectionism and treat every mistake as part of the learning process. In my previous videos, you might not notice that there are times that I had to repeat a part of a video 5 to 6 times because I just didn't feel satisfied with how they turned out to be. And I know it's tough, but the more that you practice doing it over and over again, the easier it gets. For now, enjoy the learning process. Tip number 2, build your confidence up. I truly believe that how we're showing up in our videos is based on how confident we are from within. True confidence lies in the realization that we are enough, and just like everyone else, we have our own strengths, our own talents and weaknesses. It's realizing that you are uniquely you and you have something that you can share with the world. One of the ways that I build my confidence up is by writing some affirmations. Statements like, I am confident, I am capable, I am excited about creating this video, makes me feel good about myself and avoid some negative self-talks. Tip number 3, talk about something that you're passionate about. Creating content around things that you love to talk about just makes the whole starting process way easier. Talking about things that you like makes you feel like you're confident because basically you know what you're talking about. Either you've experienced it yourself or you've gotten down the rabbit hole to explore the entire topic. So now ask yourself, what is the one thing that you particularly enjoy talking with your friends? What fires you up? Maybe it's a topic around personal growth, fitness, maybe it's a good movie that you watched, or maybe a recent trip that you've had. It literally could be anything. My first few videos are all about the books that changed my life. I talked about the biggest lessons and inspirations I learned from personal growth gurus like Rehearse. Now, you get the idea, so you don't have to worry about being stuck on what content to publish next. Now, before we proceed with tip number 4, if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel and join the family. Tip number 4, be organized. Whether you are someone who creates content by writing bullet points, an outline, or an entire script, being organized with your content structures your video in a way that's easier for your audience to understand. I personally like writing an entire script because I like writing my thoughts and revising them along the way. Being organized also helps you not just in writing content, but in planning your key topics for your next videos. I like using Notion to organize my monthly content ideas, and at the same time, I like scribbling on papers for key ideas. The bottom line is that we all have different creative processes when it comes to writing, and there is no right or wrong approach. The key is finding something that works for you and would make you feel comfortable overall when talking in front of the camera. Tip number 5, rehearse. Practice is always the key. So my advice, when you're done writing your script or creating an outline, try reading and rehearsing the script. This will make you feel less anxious and more prepared when you start talking in front of the camera later on. Aside from committing less mistakes, it will also make you look natural and not someone who is just reading off from a piece of paper. Now, if you're someone like me and English isn't your first language, a good habit to integrate in your life is reading at least 10 pages of a book a day and reading it aloud so you'll get used to enunciating and pronouncing words properly. Tip number 6, always have a story bank. For your videos to be more relatable to your audience, you need to integrate personal stories. Collect your experiences, your everyday insights and lessons, and write them in your story bank where you can always go back to whenever you create videos. So make sure to always have a notebook or a notepad app in your phone. Tip number 7, you won't have it all figured out. All successful YouTubers started somewhere. Even the biggest channels right now, when you look at how they started, you'll notice that they either have a little disorganized content or a different way of presenting their videos than how they do right now. This is normal because at the beginning, it's all about experimentations and what works for you. So don't be disheartened because you will figure things out along the way. As Maxwell once said, everything worthwhile in life, everything you want and everything you desire to achieve, everything is going uphill. Tip number 8, come from giving value to people. You can never go wrong when you have the right intentions. So if your intention is all about giving value to your audience, to educating them and inspiring them, you will be driven to improving your videos and researching more about your content. When you come from giving value to people, you will care less about the nasty comments and you will consistently create content that is of high value and would meet your audience's needs. Tip number 9, observe what other YouTubers are doing. There is no better way of learning quickly than modeling what successful people are doing. So list down at least 10 successful YouTubers that you want to become, look at their content, do your research and study what they're doing effectively, and apply it using your unique personality. Just remember to not be overwhelmed by their success now and be inspired where you are going instead. And the last tip, tip number 10, there is power in consistency. The more that you get to do it, the more you'll feel confident and comfortable. While getting started is always the hardest, I guarantee you that it's going to be the best decision you ever make as long as you stay in the game and consistently practice and publish content. And that is all for today, my friends. If you are still watching this video till this very point, make sure to share this with friends. And also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. So I'll be unto my friends. I'll see you soon.